Thank you. Be seated. Closing session.
22-117 Commonwealth versus Karen Reed.
All right, the jury is at an impasse. So we'll bring them in.
Please rise for the jury. Closing session. Please be seated.
All right, Mr. Foreman, I am in receipt of your note. Judge Cannoni, despite our rigorous efforts, we continue to find ourselves at an impasse. Our perspectives on the evidence are starkly divided. Some members of the jury firmly believe that the evidence surpasses the burden of proof, establishing the elements of the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Conversely, others find the evidence fails to meet this standard and does not sufficiently establish the necessary elements of the charges. The deep division is not due to a lack of effort or diligence, but rather a sincere adherence to our individual principles and moral convictions. To continue to deliberate would be futile and only serve to force us to compromise these deeply held beliefs. I'm not going to do that to you folks. Your service is complete. I'm declaring a mistrial in this case. I'll be in to see you privately in a few minutes. So thank you so much for your service. Okay.
All rise for the court, please.
Thank you. Be seated. Closing session.
All right, I'd like to pick a status date to find out what our next move is. So I'd like to come back sometime maybe the end of July. I understand people have vacation schedules. Can we come in the week of the 21st?
That's fine.
No, I'm just looking at my calendar. Could we do the 22nd at 2 p.m., Your Honor? And I would appear from my client.
All right, is there another day that week? Could you do the 25th or 26th?
Unfortunately, I think I'm supposed to be for vacation on the 25th.
Okay, the 22nd and the 24th are not great dates. So
What about the 19th and 9th? Is that whole week?
no, that week's not good. Teaching that I cannot get out of.
Can we do August 7th, 8th, 9th? Any of those days?
No, we'll do the 22nd. We'll go back to the 22nd at 2. I can't let it go that long.
Your Honor, so the court knows Ms. Little and I are not available on the 22nd. We have a hearing in Los Angeles on the 22nd.
Okay.
We're proposing to appear remotely anyway.
Okay.
But for a status conference, I don't want the court to think it's disrespectful to the court, but Ms. Little and I probably will not.
Okay. So you and your client will be here in person, Ms. Giannetti.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. We'll see you then.
think that justice for John O'Keefe is finding the truth. And to me, that I think that that's not what's happening in the court. So I think it's important that Karen is not only freed, but that we find what really happened. I think that's justice for John O'Keefe. But I understand different people have different opinions, and I think everybody's respectful of that. But this is how I show through my art is how I sort of show my work and my thought about it. Yeah.
So then, I guess going off of that, how would you feel if the jury did come back and they were still hung and you didn't get that answer you've been looking for?
I'm hoping that they'll investigate it further regardless, and I would like to believe that the Commonwealth wouldn't retry the case based on the way this went. I think that they had a poor case and the defense proved that. So, I mean, obviously we want a not guilty, but I guess if it's hung, I'll just hope they don't retry her, that they can see the flaw in the original indictment.
Is there anything else you want to add? Any details?
No, just free Karen Reed, and that's it. Yeah, and you can use art to portray your feelings and make statements with that. I like the idea of people using their art for good and for causes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Bingo, bingo.
In the assets, because that's typical for the deal for the assets. Yeah, so she goes, it's either that or we have a guarantee. And the guarantee is like, you're gonna give us our money back no matter what. So when you trade it to the assets, you move everything over. Just have enough to cover our loans. And then that value of those assets is growing later on. Where do we go?
Why are we allowed to stream this? And I can't see the video from back here. Those people are in the huh? Yes, Karen.
Address the people in the street and people that we can influence, not the people that we care. Okay? We're just ignoring them. Move on with myself? That makes no sense. We all have the right to be here, Sam.
hate Turtle Boy, so that's why you hear no. No, it's not that. I could never. My hate for Turtle Boy does not mean I would want an innocent woman going to prison. But Turtle Boy only defends the lowest forms of life. So I looked into his case, and I do not believe that people actually believe this conspiracy theory because she's clearly guilty. And it makes me really, really sad. How long will you be over there? As long as I can. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yes, I was actually here in September in support of Karen Reed. Initially, I did think she was innocent, and once I took a closer look at the evidence, I realized, a lot of things that they put out there, like the belt was missing, she was missing, it was all a lie. She put out a doctored autopsy photo of his arm to make it look like arm bites. And the thing is, I was in the Free Karen Reed group. If you ask any questions outside of their narrative, they actually attack you. So it's like a cult. There was a lot of red flags into the evidence. I realized that this was just a big propaganda campaign.
How do you feel about people dismissing your opinion because you used to be on the other side?
I think that's unfortunate, and it's just their way to deflect, and it's irrelevant. I actually have apologized to the O'Keefes, the witnesses, and I said, sorry that I did that. I feel terrible. I wish more people would be humble enough to say, yeah, maybe I was wrong.
And you guys are out here today, bigger than Friday. How did you mobilize this group? Is there a Facebook page?
There's a big group of us. We decided to come last minute on Friday just because of that incident at the VFW where they showed up where the family was. So we just organized and just told everybody that is in support of John. So hopefully a lot more people come. So there is a lot of support. We just did not come here till Friday because we did not want to add to the circus.
When you guys came on Friday, did you start getting responses online? Did people start reaching out to you?
There's a lot of things written about me online, specifically from people that lead that movement, saying that I'm trash, just saying, they'll edit our pictures, they're talking sexual things, just anything. If you come out here in support of the family, they attack you personally, and they run your name through the mud. And that's why she said, if I wasn't my own boss, I wouldn't be here today because I know they were trying to get me fired.
And going back
people have been fired because of them. People right here.
And going back to comments online, I mean, what do you make of people saying some of the mean things that
You just
are
have to
being
have
said?
thick skin, and I ignore it because I know it's irrelevant and it's not true. And if you don't give it attention, then it's less relevant.
And you're firm enough in your belief that you're willing to come out here despite maybe being
100%.
harassed or.
Yes.
People say that you guys are more anti-Turtle Boy than you are, I guess, anti-Karen Reed.
For a long time, I believed she was innocent, and I didn't support him. Okay, and then over time, I looked further into the evidence, and I realized, oh my God, she did it. So for a long time, and that's just a way to deflect. It's not true.
So would you say you're here to be anti-Turtle Boy, anti-Karen Reed, or both?
This has nothing to do with Turtle Boy right now. This is all about